This video demonstrates how to create a first job after installation, apply minor fine-tuning, and use special functions available on the DS-64i. To start, let me show you a sample job. The job consists of one page. To keep it simple, it is a one-page check with a top address. Both trays have been loaded. Running one document across multiple trays is possible. The carrier envelope used is a number 10 window type. So we will attempt to position the address within the window. To start, let's go over the DS-64i screen. After initial installation, the screen should appear blank with no jobs. The first job setup is recommended to be manual. The reason for choosing manual mode is demonstrated next. When manual is selected, it opens the wizard and prompts you to first create your envelope. A number 10 envelope is selected in this example. Additional options include fold only or sealing toggles. These settings are typically left unchanged. Sealing fluid is not present in the machine, so sealing is disabled. The main document setup follows. The process begins with the address-bearing document. The document is marked with an A for identification. A standard 11-inch sheet is used in this example. The job consists of a single page. Page count adjustments can be made using the plus button. Acknowledgement is required to proceed. Additional enclosures can be added at this stage if needed. No additional items are included in this job. Proceeding to the next step confirms the setup. The letter fold is accepted, and no exit options are available at this time. The document is placed in the middle tray, address facing up, with the number 10 window envelope loaded and sealing disabled. Saving the job at this point is advisable. Multiple saves may be needed, and the first save is initiated now. The job is named Check Run. Renaming is possible at any time. Naming the job completes this step. Every initial job should begin with a single test run, 1x. Envelope stop position setup begins next. Since I was previously using the machine, a warning may appear depending on prior usage. The system detects previously processed envelopes. A prompt appears to clear it, which is optional and available. Exiting without clearing is also an option. This will purge out the envelopes that were in the track. The clamshell can now be opened for inspection, and you'll see that it did pull an envelope out. Looking at the flap score line, it should line up with this piece of paint. Since it does, proper alignment is confirmed. Finger guides can be adjusted at this stage. Each of the 4 guides can move side to side. A small bar is present for manual adjustment. The plunger for the solenoid allows manual movement while held. Alternatively, the solenoid can be engaged via the screen arrow. Touching the arrow activates the solenoid. This provides an alternative method. The button pushing method may be preferred for customer use. The envelope should remain straight without flexing. Maintaining a straight envelope is essential. A 5 mm margin from the side is recommended. Visual estimation is acceptable. After adjustments are complete, go back to the screen. The clamshell is closed to proceed. Settings are acknowledged with an OK. The stop position has now been configured. Finger guides have also been adjusted. Let's demonstrate this once more. First, the envelope stop position. If the envelope does not stop at the desired location, adjustments can be made. Touching the arrows moves the stop position in the same direction as the envelope. The envelope movement is visually represented on the screen. This indicates the envelope is moving away from the insert table. Moving the arrow in the opposite direction shifts the envelope further into the insert table. The green button is used to verify the envelope stop position on the screen. A small metal bracket is present and should be noted. The bracket should not obstruct the envelope flap. Finger edges should be visible inside the throat, not covering it. This is shown in the visual demonstration. The throat must be fully open and ready for operation. Side seams should be cleared from the path. All visual checks appear satisfactory. Again, once adjustments are complete, the solenoid is engaged by hitting the arrow, and then settings are saved by selecting OK. The Save button finalizes the recent configuration. The next step involves selecting 1X to perform a test mail set. This confirms that the address appears correctly in the window and selects the exit option. The example displays the address perfectly within the window. The fold and spacing are well aligned. If the result is imperfect, adjustments can be made. The screen provides options. If the result is unsatisfactory, further changes can be applied. Selecting Not OK leads directly to the address position settings. If the address is too high, it can be lowered. The down arrow moves the address deeper into the window. After several adjustments, the green button previews the updated result. The address now appears too low, obscuring the city and state. The address position is incorrect. Restoring the original setting and verifying with the green button resolves the issue. The address is correctly positioned in the window, using only 2 envelopes and documents. The setup is now satisfactory. Final confirmation is given by selecting OK. Saving the configuration is essential. All selected options have been saved. Let's review a few other topics as well. If you want to use both trays, you can link them. To link trays, select the tray icon rather than the document. The infinity symbol appears to indicate linking. Selecting the second tray confirms the link between trays. Tray number 1 on the DS-64i supports only half sheets and cannot be linked with full sheets. Saving completes the tray linking process. Tray linking setup is complete. When the bottom tray empties, the top tray automatically begins feeding. The operator can reload trays to maintain continuous production. Another thing that can be done from the screen is a counter reset. The screen displays a counter showing the number of completed sets. The pencil icon allows the counter to be reset. For example, if a previous run has been completed, clearing the counter resets the count to 0 for tracking the next day's run. Or, the stop counter function sets a page limit for job completion. Minimum and maximum values are detailed in the user guide. In this example, I do not want to use a job counter, but I want to clear the job counter. One notable mention is that the total counter is displayed at the bottom of the screen. This counter reflects the job's lifetime count. Clearing this counter resets the job-specific count, not the system-wide total. Settings are confirmed by selecting OK. Another thing to note from this screen is that touching and holding the job name opens a pop-up menu with additional options. If the job name is unclear or duplicated, renaming is recommended. Touching the Rename button allows the job to be renamed to Chicago Check Run. The renamed job helps the operator identify the correct configuration for Chicago addresses. A description box provides additional context, such as labeling jobs by week number. Custom descriptions can be added to clarify the purpose of each job. Additional options include copying, editing, or deleting the job. There is a lock function. However, access to the lock function is restricted to supervisors and technicians. Now, let's say you want to create a similar job, such as another check run, but it will be for the city of Los Angeles. Copy the job and rename it to LA Check Run. The new job retains all previous settings with a new name. If the new job includes a BRE, it can be added through the editing screen. Touch and hold the job. Then, select the Edit function. Add the BRE. Proceed through all subsequent screens to complete the setup. Saving completes the demonstration of the copy function. This concludes the DS-64i tutorial covering setup, job creation, and configuration essentials.